It has been a season full of twists and turns, and it all reaches a crescendo here tonight as EA Sports so proud to welcome you to the marquee event of the NFL calendar, Super Bowl Sunday. Tonight, it is all on the line. We play for the Lombardi Trophy, as it'll be the AFC champion Cleveland Browns taking on the NFC champions. Set to go now on a wet and rainy afternoon. And off we go here on Sunday Night Primetime. And we will not see a run back on the opening kickoff. This will be a touchback. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
70. Get it?
And his first pass is incomplete.
We'll have to see what kind of looks this defense is going to throw at him as this game moves along, but they're in the zone to start. I do think we'll see plenty of man coverage as we move along, but the first throw of this one, incomplete.
Now it's 2nd and 10.
Ready? 18 Cardinal. Bronco 80, 79 Bronco. 18 Rattler, 8 takes man. 70 Ranger.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. And this one's incomplete.
Everyone rolls into the Super Bowl saying, hey, I'm confident, I'll just do what I did before. But let's face it, you got to be wary of the jitters going into a big game like this. Super Bowl's unlike any other game you're going to play.
And now he's starting out 0 for 2. We'll see if he can rebound. So now an early 3rd and 10 here on their opening drive.
Let's go. 70. Ready.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. You look at this Super Bowl, the second appearance for this head coach. The first one did not go as planned, as we all know. But what do you think he's learned from that first go-around?
He learned how much it hurts to lose, and that's what you hear from coaches so often. They don't remember the wins as much as they remember the losses. You can talk about the media, the scrutiny, the hoopla, but once you've had to shake a head coach's hand and jog off the field and know you have to face the media, face your fans, face your home life, knowing that you've lost the Super Bowl, that hurts big time, and you're going to do everything possible to try and prevent that from happening again. A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Here now, 2nd and 4.
Rig alert. 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger, 60 Bobcat, 60 Maverick, 19 tight, Cup 19, Chop 60, Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Now Daniels. Now he's going to step up and run. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
Well, it looked like a quick hitter, a three-step drop. But when it's not there, what do? He elects to try and escape through the massive bodies up the middle, and he does so and picks up positive yardage.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33.
Here we go. Check, smash, check, smash. Panthers, check, 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 check. Warriors 70. 19 Lions. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Play action, now it's Daniels. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Second and 10.
Get it. Bronco 80. Go street. Hurt, hurt. Nope. Shot alert. Take go.
Up the middle, it's Genty. And not much running room. Down to the 32. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Pretty good little two-play sequence there. You foresee incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Now play number 8 on this drive, and they need 9 yards to pick up the first on 3rd.
18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. 79 Broncos. 18 Pioneer. Big Lion. Hut, hut.
Daniels looking to throw. He'll try and do this himself. And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches.
That looked great when he first took off because in my mind, there was room to run and he had the marker in his sight. But I certainly didn't expect him to close so quickly, and neither did he. They got to him just in time, and now that forced him to make a decision with his 4th down call.
And this may be a big early turning point in this Super Bowl. They're going to go for it on 4th down here. They'll go. Here's Genty. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15. Now they'll change things up.
San Antonio. First and 10 at the 15-yard
Mustang
line.
19. Panther 11. Panther 11. Dragon 60.
Right back to Genty on first down. And he will take this one in for a touchdown. Ashton Genty, a 15-yard touchdown run. And the Thunderbirds are on the board first here in this Super Bowl. Well, first quarter, maybe too early to talk about statement drives, Charles, but that sure seemed like a statement drive right there.
Well, if we're going to talk about statement drives, I think what they're saying is we're going to establish the run. They gave it to him early and often on this drive, and he wound up taking it into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. put a drive together.
Cowboy 80. Come on. 70 Timberwolves. Warriors 70.
Pass to the right, and he's got McBride. Down the right sideline. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. A big play there on the catch and run. And even 40 yards. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll run. Here's Devon Achane. And he's going to be hemmed in and brought down right at the line of scrimmage. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. Achane here, they stay on the ground. And he stopped immediately there. The 2nd down play, not much better than the first, just a gain of 1 there.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Come on. 19, Viking, 18. 7 Pirates. 60 Bobcats.
Shotgun now for Carr. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Not a great start dropping his first target, but let's face it, it won't be his last chance because he'll get opportunities to make up for that one throughout this game.
So now they're going to send out the field goal unit to, as they say, fire away from long distance. This from 54 yards away. And he put enough leg into it, but it's well off to the right and no good. Well, that is not what you want to see from him on the big stage, obviously. And he's been so reliable all season long.
A big part of why they've gotten here to this game. But you have to wonder, will this haunt them later as the Super Bowl progresses?
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. And he'll lose yardage here, back at the 41. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down.
Sometimes you just sit back and marvel at what he can do defensively. Speed, strength, quickness, he's the whole package. And that package just wrapped up the runner for a loss.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13.
Hey, smash. 70 Lions. 18, Pioneer.
Here's Daniels. They'll get this out to Genty. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
That might feel like a little bit of a lost opportunity there for the offense because the defense brought pressure that time. And sometimes against that, you can get out to your running back, and it can turn into a big gain downfield. But what a nice job they did getting to him quickly and holding him to a short gain.
Let's go.
After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. And we are back. Biggest game of the year, the Super Bowl, and both teams ready for the start of the second quarter. Right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains.
19. Hurt. Right there, hurt. Warriors, 70.
To the air goes Daniels. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. And the Browns will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this first half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed to get them back into this game.
Buffalo 18, Dragon 60.
Here's a quick throw to McBride. It'll be a gain of just a yard, and that'll make it second down.
Got to give credit where it's due. Really nice defense on that play. The pitch and catch was successful, but not any run after it.
From the 32-yard line now, here's second and 9. A run straight ahead with Achane. Now he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of a yard, so it's back to 3rd and 10.
That was well played there defensively. 2 tight ends in the formation, which essentially gave them 7 blockers up front. Hard to imagine with all that size and beef that they could let a tackler through. But that's exactly what happened. A loss resulted.
Here's 3rd and 10.
Here we go, Scott. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. 60 Mavericks, 60 Mavericks. 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Ready.
Throwing now is Carr. That is Carr. And he is going to have the Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes, because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time, be able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
From midfield, here's Carr. He finds his man, complete. That's Young. A well-executed 22-yard gain.
What an intelligent play as he found open grass and uncovered quickly. A nice clutch play to move the chains. The defense, they've got to do a much better job of accounting for these shorter routes.
Rangers, 70 Rangers. Down. Cut 50. Cowboy 80. Cut 19. Cut.
Now Carr. Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 38. Jalen Walker. Credit him with his sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
On the ready.
So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. Now Carr. They set up the screen. Achane has it. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a 3rd down. Seems as if the passing attack's starting to heat up a little bit here in the second quarter.
You can sense and you can see the momentum because now they're reading their patterns downfield, they're understanding the coverages, and they're finding the open holes in the defense.
They missed a field goal on their last drive. Here they need something to even get into field goal range on 3rd down.
rattling, 18 rattling.
They'll bring a receiver in motion right. Carr. He'll try and do this himself. And he overshot him there. It's out of bounds, incomplete.
Zone coverage there, and they were playing deep. That makes it obviously a little bit harder to run by guys. And that time, there's not much of a window to get the ball in there, and it winds up incomplete.
And his kick is right there. It's good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So, Charles, they get to them with their first turnover of the game and then make it hurt a little bit extra with a field goal.
And anytime you give the ball up, what's the first thing a coach tells his defense? Don't let them score off of this. You've got to put out the fire. In fact, in 2021, that's what one NFL coach termed his defense. The firemen. Go out there, guys, and don't let them put some points on the board.
And he'll get it up past the 20 to about the 22. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. So now, Charles, this drive maybe a touch more important, trying to erase the memory of that interception they had the last time out.
Yeah, and everyone goes through this because even the best in the game, you're going to have games where it just doesn't go right for you and interceptions result. So, frankly, to me, it's all about how you respond, not just the types of plays that you call, but how you carry yourself, how you show your team that you're still with it, and how you continue to lead.
Here's 2nd and 10.
60 Bellcat, 60 Bellcat. Rig alert, rig alert. 60 by Buffalo 18. Let's go.
Throwing now is Daniels. And his throw here is going to be incomplete.
Well, he'll definitely say that that's one he should have held on to. But when you're playing in elements like this, sometimes those bullet passes, those ones with a little bit of pace on them, they can be difficult to hold on to.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 10. Now they'll change things around before the snap.
79 Broncos. 18 check smash, check smash.
On a delay of game there, they could not get the playoff in time.
Frustrating for the head coach. Frustrating for the offense. Sometimes you have to get the play call in a little bit quicker.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
Rig. Street, check, check. Cup 19. 70 Razor. Panther 11. Rig, Lion.
To throw is Daniels. Open man is Marvin Harrison Jr. And he will be marked down short of the first as they get to him at the 29. We have reached the 2-minute warning. In fact, just under 2 minutes to play in the opening half of this year's Super Bowl. They bring their punter out there now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Fielded at the 20. And able to get get this across the 20 before going out of bounds. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over, 1st and 10. The Browns drive about to get started. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
Short one here, caught by McBride. And he gets this up to the 34, out of bounds there. That one, a 1st down pickup of 8.
Many different ways to create space, but on that play, he did it with that big, wide body of his. Didn't get a whole lot of yardage on the play, but it did what it was supposed to. Pick up a 1st down.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 7 Pirates, 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Ready?
Working from the gun, it's Carr. Now he'll tuck this and run. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down.
Red. 18 Cardinal, 18 Cardinal. Cowboy 80.
Achane gets it from the gun. And he'll get what he can up the middle, 3 yards. That'll bring up 2nd down.
That's just a pile of bodies there, and that's when you kind of find out who's a tough guy, right? Who can stand up and make a play. It was only a 3-yard run, but for both sides, they had to walk away from that feeling like, okay, I can stand up when the going gets tough in here.
19 Tiger, 19 Lion.
To throw his Carr. Throw left side, hauled in by McBride. Well, he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. 22 yards on the catch and run, a 1st down.
And this was a nice example of an offensive coordinator scheming his guy open. Just a little underneath route, just trying to free up some space, and it worked awfully well. Got him not just space, but plenty of room to run after the catch to pick up really nice yardage.
Dragon 60. 19 tight, 19 tight. Trap 60, trap 60. 18 Rattler, 18. Go.
From the gun, it's Carr. And swing this out wide. Here's Achane. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. Carr, quick throw. It's complete. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with 27 seconds remaining here in the 2nd quarter.
That was an okay hook up there with his tight end, but unfortunately, they didn't get the kind of yards they had hoped for. That's going to bring up 3rd down.
This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. They'll send a receiver here in motion right. From the gun now on 3rd down, Carr. And this is caught. Touchdown, Cleveland. From 17 yards out. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the 1st half. So that really an almost perfect drive as they chew up some clock and wind up scoring late in this first half.
And remember, they've got a chance to double dip here because they're going to get the ball first to start the third quarter. So the potential could go up 2 scores before the other guys get a chance to do anything.
The point after through the raindrops, up and good. And the lead is now 10-7.
Thunderbirds 7.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And he's going to be stopped cold. Good coverage there by the kick team to bring that return to an abrupt halt. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive.
Here we go.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 18 seconds to go in the first half. Gotta imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
60 Bison, 60 Bison. Rig alert, Rig, Buffalo 18. Panther 60, Panther 60. Ready.
Operating from the gun. Daniels. Under pressure, they got him again. They push him back 8 yards that time on second down. That's it for the first half. 2 more quarters to go. We'll have plenty more to see after the break. These two teams sat through a longer than usual 30-minute wait, but we're back in action here in this Super Bowl. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Cleveland offense ready to go. And I think you'd have to say their coaching staff, all things considered, had to be pleased with their performance in the first half of this Super Bowl.
Definitely pleased, doing their best not to show it to their team, of course, because as you and I both know, their mantra all season long has been finish. Get the job done. They know how close they are to lifting that trophy. One more solid half of football, and they can do exactly that.
Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
Panther 11, Panther 11. Come back team. Go.
They'll drop to throw. And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first 2 throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on 3rd down to get their momentum going again.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
18, 5 here. 18 Rattler, 18 Rattler. Ready.
Here's Carr to throw. Can't get away him down. Loss of 10 as multiple defenders get to it. The Browns send out their punter now. As the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. That's taken at around the 40. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And this offense, they're going to have excellent field position. They take over with a 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
60, tag, 19 light, Hawk 70, Hawk.
On 1st down, it's Genty. He's got it to the 43 here.
I have to think a major focus of the halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
From the 43, here's 2nd down and 8.
Trap 60, trap 60. 60 average. Here we go. Set. Hurt. 60 Bison, 60 Bison. Dragon 60.
Off the play fake. Daniels. On the RPO, he'll keep it himself. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And finally down he goes as they work it inside the 10 to the 7. 36 yards on the play.
What my dad would say sometimes, I'm just scratching my head here trying to figure out what was going on there defensively. How did you lose him in the middle of the field? If you're going to lose a receiver, make sure it's someone on the short side of things, not deep downfield, that can hurt your defense.
Now a chance to make that big play really hurt. It's 1st and goal just outside the 5. Now a handoff to Genty. And he'll take it into the end zone for a touchdown. Genty, his 2nd touchdown of the Super Bowl. And the Thunderbirds have regained the lead in the 2nd half of this Super Bowl.
Sometimes you get a 1st and goal and you're back near the 7, 8, 9 yard line and you start thinking, maybe we'll run it here on 1st down to get half of what we need, so maybe we can have 2 or 3 shots at going for it from closer range. So this is a bonus right here. What a great run to work his way into the end zone.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And it's a pretty good return here, so he'll get this up to the 29. The Browns drive about to get started. And these guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
Right back to A-Chain on 2nd down. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. Now Carr changing the formation.
Panther 11, Panther 11. 79 Broncos.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air. And that almost intercepted. Oh, they would have loved to have their first pick of the game right there, but at least it does get them to 4th down.
We're into the 2nd half now. This is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. The Browns send out their punter now, as he'll punt it away for the second time. And he'll get off a fairly short kick here as this is toward the sideline. And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated, they both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
From the 31, here's 2nd and 6.
Here we go, here we go. Lexi, 18. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
Once again, it's Genty. And the defense closes quickly there. He'll get maybe a yard to the 33.
They know that old expression, it's not my night. It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play. They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Top my team. 7 Pirates. Panther 60. Panther 60.
From the shotgun, it's Daniels. Rifles one, and it's going to be intercepted. Picked off by Jihad Campbell. And his guys are going to take over at the 34-yard line.
Okay, partner. No surprise to you. I'm going to look at this from the defensive perspective. In the rain, you have to be more cautious trying to cover passing routes. Why? The offense knows where they're going with the football. The receiver knows the route he's going to run. You have to make sure you keep your footing underneath you.
From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10.
Come on, come on. Set. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
And he's got his man in stride, complete. Down the left sideline. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Browns touchdown. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown of this Super Bowl. And the Browns have taken the lead here this 3rd quarter. Point after, right down the middle. And it's now 17-14.
Thunderbirds, 14.
The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23.
At their own 23-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
Ball on the 28-yard line. Here's the 2nd down and 6.
Ready? Bronco 80.
Got a man, and he hits him in stride. So he'll be stopped here for no gain. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. Well, he caught it right at the line of scrimmage, and before he could even think about advancing it forward, he got hit.
Great tackling, because that's what you're taught. Don't give up yards after the catch, and most offenses make a living off of yards after catch. Those hidden yards that may not go into the score sheet, but they count big for moving the ball and stretching the field. Really nice open field tackle.
Panther Street. Panther Street.
Not liking the look. They'll change the play. And that one goes incomplete on the drive. That's one he definitely normally catches. 4th down.
I would dare say that these guys would like to have given their defense a little bit more rest since they gave up a touchdown their last time out. But alas, my man, that's not going to happen.
Yep, they're going to have to grab those helmets, get right back out there. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. And that will hit and continue on out of bounds.
At their own 19-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes it's not really true, but last time that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
An entire season coming down to this next quarter. 3 in the books here in the Super Bowl. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Second down and 4.
Let's go now. 19, 18, trap 60, trap 60. 70 range, 70 range.
To throw, it's Carr. He'll dump this off to Achane. And he has a big gain inside the 40 before being dropped. That one good for 37 yards.
He was not the primary target. They expected to get the ball downfield. Instead, checked it down. An old coach of mine used to say to us all the time, when they check it down, that should end the down. In this case, though, he foiled that in a big way and turned it into a big play.
Here we go, set. Cougar 19. Cup 19, Cup 19. Buffalo 18, 18, Pioneer. Mustang 19. Ready.
Now Carr. Pressure comes and down he goes. Nolan Smith. Credit him with a sack as he buries him for a loss of 10.
Ready, set.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Up the middle, Achane. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine.
That Warrior 70. Hawk 70, Hawk 70.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there, because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
19 tight, 19 tight, Cowboy 80.
Here's Carr. Looking left side, and he's got him in. That's McBride. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll bring up a 2nd and short. This drive, it's been a good mix. 3 passing plays, 3 runs, hitting on all 3 of those passes, and the last one putting him in the red zone.
So wouldn't you think play action right here? Because you've got the ability and had the ability to run it and throw it. Go play action and take your shot at the end zone.
If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. Back to the ground, Achane. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. A 5-yard gain, and now they're set up 1st and goal.
Well, they didn't accomplish their goal. They didn't get a stop there, gave up another 1st down. They have all 3 timeouts in their pocket. I think defensively, you got to start thinking about using them here.
I was just going to ask you at what point you think now's the go time?
I think now's the go time. I don't think you sit back and wait because they can take a lot of time off the clock between plays and run 3 to 4 and really put you in a stressful spot.
Carr now to throw. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. And to the 12. That's where it stops. The return is halted at the 12-yard line. A seismic shift in momentum here in the 4th quarter. That's the break that the defense needed.
And you know as well as I do, people are going to question the play call in that situation. Sometimes you have to question the execution, not necessarily the call. And in this case, those defenders found a way to give their team a chance.
The drive will begin with a run by Genty. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, any lane that might have been open there was closed pretty quickly, and that was because the defensive front, they won that battle at the point of attack at the line of scrimmage. They used great leverage, held their spot, and stacked him up.
Play action, now it's Daniels. And it's a short one here, complete to his tight end.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10.
Rig alert, rig alert. Trap ball 80. Ready.
Daniels looking to throw. And it's a short one here, complete to the tight end. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. Here's 2nd and a yard.
Ready.
On the give, Genty. And some room to work. Now he's into the clear again. Charles, just a gigantic play right there.
Absolute breakdown defensively, but take no credit away. A huge gain, and that turns things around.
1st and 10 at the 14-yard line.
Here's 1st down.
Ready. Cook it. Hurt. Reload. Reload. 19 Lions. 70 Lions.
They'll go again with Genty. And for one of the few times here today, this one's not going to go anywhere. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play.
Ready. 19 Tiger. 19 Tiger. Let's go now. Check. Dragon 60.
The run straight ahead with Genty. And not even back to the line of scrimmage this time as they're on him quickly once more. Now the Browns signal for the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next.
Ready,
What a Super Bowl it's been to this point. Now a critical third down here.
60 Maverick. 60 Maverick. Ready.
Back to throw. Now Daniel's going to keep it. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12.
Like any team playing, they're looking for touchdowns to try and help their cause. But in this case, he does get them a little closer at least if they think a field goal turns out to be the better call here.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And with a little more than a minute to go, we are all tied. I tell you, the life of a kicker. He has not been called on the entire game. He's over there by the net, but they send him out here in the fourth quarter and say, hey, go tie the game, will you? And guess what? He comes through.
I just don't know how they do it. I really don't. These cats are a different breed from you and me. That's a pressure kick, but that one was never in doubt.
Setting up to be a finish for the ages here. All tied in the final minutes of the Super Bowl as the kick is away. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. They'll come up 1st and 10 here.
Here we go. Cowboy 80. 60 Eagles. 7 Pirates. Buffalo 18. Cup 19. Panther 11. 18. Pioneer.
Here's Carr. Throw caught by Achane.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
They'll come up now on 2nd down.
70 Timberwolves. 70 Rangers. Warriors 70. Trap 60. 19 Lions.
Carr. That's complete to DK. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45.
And partner, in a tie game in the fourth quarter, you and I both know in the NFL, that's when you lean on your stars, and he came through with a nice catch right there.
Final minute, 1 timeout remaining. 1st and 10. Carr to throw. They set up the screen. Achane has it.
I believe I could see what they were trying to do there, but unfortunately, the back ran out of room, too close to the sideline. And for defenders, we're often taught, 11 on the field, those sidelines can become the 12th defender and work to the defense's advantage on that play.
Now Carr. And he finds a man with a crossing route. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. They're making steady progress, but I see your face. You're worried about that clock.
I'm worried about the clock, and at some point, you have to have a splash play in there as well.
This is 1st and 10.
Here we go. Start.
Out of the gun is a give to Achane. And nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 22 ticks to go in the 4th. Here comes 2nd down.
70.
Throwing his Carr. And that will be incomplete with a clock showing 18 seconds now to go. Couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
To throw his car. Oh, he had him. He was open, but he couldn't get it to him. It's incomplete. Nearly an interception. If that one's picked off, it's over. So a new lease on life, so to speak.
A lot of times when you're in coverage, you're so focused on the man and the coverage that sometimes the ball, if it arrives, it surprises you. That may have happened to him in that situation.
Now here's a timeout coming on the defensive side of the ball, as they stop it with 14 seconds to go in the game. So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. This to almost certainly win the football game. And his kick is good. That might just have been the most pressure-filled kick in Super Bowl history, but he stepped up, knocked it through just like it was a Tuesday practice in July.
And if it's not the most pressure-filled, it's certainly right among them. A title on the line, and he comes through. Nails.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And he returns this to the 22. Here's 1st and 10.
Ready? 18, Pioneer. Dragon 60. Ready?
He'll look to throw. And this is incomplete with a clock showing just 3 seconds left. So after all of this, it comes down to one final play.
And just think of what it's going to be, because from this distance, you got to be prepared for everything. Hook and laterals, tip balls, you name it. A lot of laterals after a catch. Just got to be prepared and stay on your feet defensively and tackle someone.
Cup 19. Cup 19. Check, Bobcat. Check, Bobcat.
One final shot. They'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And it's incomplete. So their final drive comes up empty. And with that, the ball game is over. And how about this? The dog pound gets the crown. The Cleveland Browns are the Super Bowl champs. And when this moment comes, I think you look back at all the blood, sweat, and tears, the offseason, the workouts, training camp, week 1, 2, 3, all building up now to say you're a Super Bowl champion. It's worth it.
It certainly is, and rarely do we have a team that hoists the Lombardi Trophy that didn't have their share of bumps along the way. Didn't have to face some adversity in the journey. And now they get to just enjoy it and revel in it. And all offseason, they'll be signing their autographs with Super Bowl champion underneath it.
Commissioner Goodell making the presentation of the Lombardi Trophy to the Cleveland Browns. On top of the world, they are your Super Bowl champions. So that'll do it for another remarkable season of the NFL on EA Sports. For my partner, Charles Davis, all of our crew, for all of you at home, I'm Brandon Gaudin. We'll do it all again come the fall. Till then, good night from the Super Bowl.